What's up, everybody? Michael Ninja's back at it again. You know how I like to do it. Press, record, and speak what's on my mind. How y'all doing today, people? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're blessed, and I hope you're being a blessing to someone in need. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little video today because I just want to get some stuff out of my head. Also, I'm enjoying nature. You know, meditate, research, study, listen to lectures. Information is all at the power of your fingertips. But it's your choice whether or not you're ready for the download. So it's a beautiful cloudy day, and I hope I read this right, but so you understand the stars, Orion, the pattern, the three belts, Sirius stars, you know, the place where shit be popping off. Well, the top left shoulder, I believe, that's Betelgeuse. And astronomers have said that Betelgeuse has been going dimmer and dimmer. And they believe like either today, a year from now, or 10,000 years from now, Betelgeuse is going to become a supernova, meaning now when Betelgeuse is destroyed, it's going to send light fragments, dust, gases, so on and so forth, radiation. But they said it's not going to reach us because of the distance. But it will determine the positioning and the movements of our planetary solar system. So it's said if you look up in the sky and you see Orion, you may, if it happens, may be able to see it just because it's so far. You're not gonna see it bang, like it's gonna explode, and then we're gonna see the light as it's coming. So it may take a few years before we actually see nothingness in that spot. But I'll leave that up to them. Me, I'll just talk about stuff and just talk. So, making these videos have helped a lot with my anxiety, with my depression, what I consider post-traumatic. Boy, your butt cheek. Like somebody want to see your butt cheek. That's Adonis. So, sorry, my video cut off out of nowhere. So you could be in a trance, you could just be fixated on something and just staring at that object, and it's like you're getting this download, like information is just pouring into your head. You don't know how, why, you're just locked into it, you're just fixated into it. I used to get that a lot when I was younger, so I know when I start to do that, I know what I'm more conscious about what's happening, and I just allow it to just flow. It's funny how you get so much information and then later in life you just kind of realize certain things and it just comes together. DejaVu, I believe I talked about it before, but it's different for different people. Okay, me, I feel like when you have a deja vu moment, it's like you're given the ability to go back and make the right choice in prolonging your life. Perhaps your past choice was a critical one, and you may have possibly lost your life. So you're basically given the chance to go back to the deja vu point, like a checkpoint, and then you continue your life again. So, if you think about quantum physics and quantum reality, what if we're key players? Like, what if we were like Mario in the video game Super Mario Brothers? And like, we're just a real life physical character, but in reality, each time Mario is being played, he's shown a different lifeline. Let's say, out of 3 players, you get to the second stage and you die. Well, deja vu would be when you get to the death part, you make a detrimental change in that action. Well, when you get to the second level, when you die, instead of going back to the first level, you repeat the second level. From that point on, you get to move forward to 5th, 6th, 7th world. So what I'm saying is, what if that's happening to us? Like, what if we're living our lives and we get to look at the elements. We get to a point in life where we happen to die. So we're pushed back to our deja vu point in order to continue moving forward. So to us, once we die in that world of realm or reality, and we reset, we now start a new timeline. Kind of like in the Flash show where they have your timeline and then they go back to Flashpoint. Now Flashpoint is another timeline, and if they keep jumping back, they can only go back to Flashpoint. They can't go beyond. They can only go back to Flashpoint, and that creates another timeline. So what if that's happening with deja vu? You die, you go back to that point in which you recognize, like, hey, I remember this. And then you go forward with your life, and you're able to live your life to the longest, fullest potential. Well, you don't see that version, but your long life living body at this fullest life potential gets to experience that, okay? Maybe you died when you were 6. Well, the you at the age of 6 passed away. It's gone. Like, it ended. That's where that lifeline ended. No more. But it's still a possibility. It's still a quantum possibility that, let's say, if our entire game was to end and we start all over again, with the unplug and replug and watch the programming, reprogram, and then we get our 3 lives again. You're reincarnated. You're return as a different person, as a different Mario. I'm not saying that you get, 3 chances. Because throughout the game, Mario does certain things and rituals where he extends his life cycle, where he gets a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th player. So what if we're doing that through our life? What if we do certain things that are good, like good deeds that allow us to extend our lives, or maybe even improve the quality of our lives. So, speaking possibilities here today, folks. I'm just trying to dabble into a different realm, because this three-dimensional world right now is hella sickening. There's a bunch of just, you lose your damn mind if you just concentrate on what's going on in this three-dimensional world. Everything else is fake. Okay, celebrities, it's all promo. You know, it's all marketing, movies, products, celebrities, sports, politics. It's all maxed out right now at its fullest. Everything right now is moving at a higher speed, a higher vibration. And I don't mean like your personal vibration. I mean the world itself is moving at a higher, faster vibration. And a lot of people are finding it hard right now to sink in with the rest of the world. You got to take the time to help your elderlies, you know, move along. You know, like my mom for years was not able to use a smartphone, and we kept telling her to get one, but she wouldn't get one. But when we finally got one, she still wasn't able to use it. She didn't understand the concept. So in time, showing her this and that, how to do this and that, you know, surprisingly, she was able to adapt. And now my mom is like a Facebook goddess. Like, she's on there putting pictures of everybody. You know, one of the main comments people say is, where you get this picture? Where you get that picture? You know, I don't know if it's an Asian thing, and my mom just assigned herself to being, you know, the watcher. I don't know. We have this essence of being the watcher. Like, nothing happened. Well, stuff happened to us, but we have a pretty moderate lifestyle, and it's not too traumatical. I mean, not too. It's hard, but it's not. I've seen people with worse off living. Okay, so maybe she's just found her role as a photographer or a person who captures people's lives. Because when she goes to different events and you know, whether it be in like family reunions or weddings, funerals, anything of that matter, so she loves to take pictures of the people around, and she posts them all on Facebook, so people are able to go back and see, and they're really good, decent pictures, you know, kind of like my style, where I like lifestyle, life action pictures. I don't like too many people posing and shit, you know, like back in the day was just posing. You know, I'd rather be like, you're doing something and you look over to the camera and they see you and you're like, you know, I'd rather catch people in their real life elements, their real emotions. So it's a big thing that's caught on. And well, so I'm already done with my rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like there. If you agree with anything, if you have any comments, leave it below. I'll try to read it and catch up with it. Other than that, I might do a video on semen retention. The benefits, the downfalls, my opinions, my views. I don't know. We'll see. Let me put some thought behind it. I mean, I have been on a pretty good schedule as far as not having any relations for a couple months now, so maybe that's why I'm tapping into my higher self. Oh, and another thing, I just so happened at work to do 4 palm readings. I've never done palm reading in my life. Just fucking around bullshitting with 4 ladies at work, and each one of them said it was a pretty successful reading, and they feel very much connected to what I had to say. And then there was key things that came out during the readings that they said really like solidified the reading to them personally. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If it is, leave a comment down below. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep trying. Find out what your talents are. Try different things. You know, some people are good at tarot reading. Some people are good at reading poems. Some people are good at foreseeing the future. Some people are good at speaking to the crossed over people. You know, you never know if you don't take the time to try different things. You know, like we're around elements all the time. You know, and they show us with like the airbenders, the firebenders, waterbenders. Like, you may also possess an ability like that you're able to manipulate water, air, and the different elements. It's not even a windy day. That's why I'm tripping on the wind blowing. Okay, it's not really a windy day. So with the wind blowing and the elements moving on around me right now at this moment is a little, you know, tripping me out. So it is cloudy. Hopefully the cloud will dissipate before tonight, because I do want to see if Beetlejuice, anything happens there. They said you're able to see it with your own eyes, just looking up from any point in the world. So I'm thinking, you know, if you can see it from any point in the world, what about the people on the other side of the world? Then it starts to make me think, like, star, us, how can they see? So maybe if it's like this, everybody in the world could see. I don't know. Michael Ninja out. Peace.